Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, good afternoon. Oh, attendance. Sige na, di sa akong attendance. Unya later na. Hindi mo ako man sila kabuo. So let me look into where did we stop last time? Is it here? Isabel? Eliza? Asa tadapit nag-stop last time? With our discussion, you can unmute yourselves. Which part did we stop with our lecture? Ha? Asa dapita?
Yes, ma'am. Wala dito po ta, ma'am, sa accuracy and
this one.
Sa precise, ma'am.
Okay, here. So, asa mang uban? Sige na, we will proceed. Ilan mo kabuok? Let me see. 7 na mo. Okay, sige. So, ako are the 7 B. Let me see. Eli, NG Boy, Eliza, Isabel, Jel. And sige. So there are already 6 participants. So as I have said, what is, because this is chemistry, this deals about laboratory, so it needs a precision and accuracy, especially in our dealing of our data. Okay. So what is the difference between precision and accuracy? Precision comes from the word precise, but it's not accurate. Okay. Accuracy is nearest to the real value or correct value. It might not be 100% correct, but it is nearest, possibly 99, 95 to 100% accurate. So as it is being illustrated in this dartboard, if of course it's a dartboard, one of its point there is having the bullseye. Okay, so if all of the 3 dart will point on the bullseye, meaning it is good accuracy because it points to the bullseye. It is precise because the 3 dart points to that center. Then this second one is, it has a good precision. Ano man, pareho ang tulo. The 3 dart points the same, but it is outside. So it is good precision, but it has a poor accuracy. This one, the other one is on the left. The dart one is on the left, the right, and top. Okay, both of these has poor accuracy and poor precision. Okay, so we are now in measurement. What do you mean by measurement? If you talk about measurement, it has something to do with, it deals with having a correct value wherein you will be using. Measurement has something to do with comparing a unit with a standard. That is measurement. So you are comparing a unit with a standard. Long before, there is no such thing as standard. Katong unang panahon, even 1 mile during the time of Roman Empire, that 1 mile is equivalent to 1,000 steps of Roman soldier, and that is mile. But nowadays, that mile, that is nautical mile, if you talk about mile, that is used for if you are going to travel on air and on water. Diba? Nautical miles. Okay. Basta mo sakay ka kiroplano, the distance traveled is by means of nautical mile. Sakay ka barko, it's by means of nautical mile. But if you're going to travel by land, of course, it will be in terms of kilometers. Okay. So mile and 1 mile, that is equivalent to how many feet? That is 5,280 feet. And that is what is meant by standard. Standard, it is precise. It is accurate. If you talk about 1 meter, usa yun na kametrosan. Di na siya pwedeng tunga or ana. That's it, no? So that is what is meant by a measurement. Measurement is comparing a unit with a standard. But the problem is we have 3 different units of measurement. The first, the katong old is known as the English system. The English system use FPS. F for the length is foot. P is for the mass, which is pounds. And S is times seconds. That is FPS. The second one is the CGS. It has, the CGS uses, no, that is the SI, okay? It uses centimeter for length, then grams for mass, and seconds for time. Walang tayo mahimo ang seconds, more gana siya. Then, now we are using the metric system. Metric system use MKS. M stands for the meter, K stands for the mass in terms of kilogram, and S seconds. That is why your biodata nowadays uses what? No? Your height will be in terms of meter. Di na para itong una in terms of 5 feet. I am 5 feet and 3 inches. That's my height. Karon it should be converted into meters na. Okay, that's it. And way back before, my mass, my weight is, that is, pila akong weight to? Pila akong weight, that is 70 pounds. No. Divide by 2 man na siya in terms of kilos. Okay. I weigh 130 pounds. Divide it by 2.2 in terms of in 1 kilogram, that is 2.2 pounds. So, nakos mga 60 kapin. Okay. Kilograms. Mao na siya itong una. So, since we have different unit of measurements, as I have said, that is the English system, we have the SI, then we have the International System Units, and we have now the metric system. So if you look into this, these are known as the SI-based unit. SI, pwede po metric system. Okay, so here, the physical quantities in terms of mass, nowadays we are using kilogram, abbreviated as kg. Then the length in terms of meter or distance, time, seconds. The temperature should be in the absolute temperature, that is in Kelvin. It's a degree Kelvin, but Kelvin lang. No? Okay. Then the amount of the substance is in terms of mole, no? MOL. The abbreviation is mole, walay E. No? Then for the current, the ampere, it has an abbreviation of A, and the intensity, luminous intensity, we have candela, CD. So that's it. No? And we are using also prefixes. No? What are the prefix? Tung una, way back, tung unang napatas mega. Mo ganawa natin mega star. Okay. But nowadays, ingon sila nga sa pangalan ni si Sarah is already a gigastar. Okay, take a look. No? 10 to the power of 1, that is deca. 10 to the power of 2, hecto. 10 to the power of 3 is kilo. 10 to the 6, mega. 10 to the 9, giga. We have the gigabyte. Tunguna, we used to have a floppy disk, katong USB. It's still in gig, diba? Megabytes sa. Tapos na yung gigabyte. But now we have the terabyte. Okay. That is 10 to the power of 12. One USB, no? Na mga USB which has a 1 terabyte na siya. Hopefully, it will have the peta, 10 to the 15, exa, 10 to the 18, zeta, 10 to the 21, and 10 to the 24 is iota. Okay. This is in going up, no? But this one, the other side here is going down. Okay. That is 10 to the negative 1, this is 10 to the negative 2 centi, 10 to the exponent of 3 milli, 10 to the 6, katuon na micro pa. Pero karon, we are now having the nano. Okay. Why? Because we are now in the nanotech, nanotechnology. What is nanotechnology? That is 10 to the negative 9, the equivalent of that in terms of meter. So on and so forth. You are going to memorize this one because this is very useful in the conversion, especially in the problem solving. So these are the prefixes in using instead of having less, it will be less in writing it if you will be using exponent. Diba? Okay. So we have a temperature scale. As I have said, upat nung una. Ang karaan. So mato, we have the centigrade, degree centigrade. It has a symbol of this, kani, this one. Then we have a degree Fahrenheit, this one. Degree centigrade could be degree Celsius. Okay, kani, degrees Fahrenheit siya. Then we have the absolute Kelvin. No? Kana siya. Napatong una karaan, ranking. Pero wala na to siya. Okay, so how are we going to convert? Because we have 3 different system of units in the temperature. What's temperature, by the way? Temperature is the measure of the hotness and coldness of a body. Diba? That's it. So pila na mo kabuk na sa tabi? Pila na mo kabuk? Oh, naog na og participants, pila na kabuok. Naing paghapon, bahala na sila. Basta kay magklase na ta. Okay, so we have this conversion unit. I know that all of you had come across this during your senior high or even in your grade 9 and grade 10, probably. Okay, naani siya. So how are you going to convert if the given is in centigrade, this first formula, and what is needed is in Fahrenheit. Use this formula. That is, whatever is given in centigrade, multiply it first with 1.8. Dili i-adda yun ha, dili siya. It should be whatever is given. For instance, you have 40 degrees centigrade. So what will be the equivalent of that in Fahrenheit? All you have to do is place here 40, multiply it with 1.8 before you add it with 32. So that is the equivalent of degree centigrade into Fahrenheit. For instance, water starts to freeze at 0 degrees centigrade. Okay, 0 degrees. What will be the equivalent of this into Fahrenheit? Okay, so its centigrade is 0 multiplied by 1.8. Any number multiplied by 1.8 is 0, isn't it? Then plus 32. Therefore, take a look here. The freezing point of water, if it is in centigrade, what is its equivalent? It is 0. If it is in Fahrenheit, it's 32. We had that in our conversion. Diba pag-convert na to? 0 centigrade, then multiply by 1.8, still 0. Then our Fahrenheit equivalent is 32. Mao na siya here. So what will be the equivalent in Kelvin? That is 273. Nga naman, in Kelvin is whatever. How are you going to solve for Kelvin? Kelvin is equal to whatever is given in centigrade plus 273.15. Okay. Or pwede na lang 1 ng 15. That is equivalent to 273. Okay? So for Celsius, for Fahrenheit, it will boil at 212. Then in centigrade, it's 100. In Kelvin, it's 373. Okay. That is, don't forget to have this formula. Kani. Do not interchange this formula. This first formula is if the given is centigrade and you are going to compute for the Fahrenheit. Use the first formula. The second formula is if the given is in Fahrenheit, then subtract it with 32 before you divide it with 1.8. It will give you a temperature in terms of centigrade. Okay, that's it. What is significant figure? Okay. So insignificant figure, what makes it insignificant figure, what makes it insignificant is because of the presence of zero. Zero. Okay. Unya na ng kuan, mga kuan na 10 to the power like that. So how are we going to use it? First is let us look into the rounding of our numbers. So in most cases, we will be using only 3. So 2 or 3. 3 decimal places. You are going to round it off. Pwede po 2. So all of your answers will be rounded up to 2 decimal places. Okay. Here. How will you know it's significant? Ingon bitaw ko sa inyo, what makes it significant is the presence of the real number. What makes it insignificant because of the presence of the zero. Okay, so here is the rule. The first rule is all non-zero number is significant. That's the first rule. The second rule is zeros between non-zero numbers are still significant. For instance, 1, 0, 2. So how many significant figure? It's still 3. Okay, that is what is meant by between non-zero. Then rule number 3, zeros before a non-zero number with or without decimal is not significant. Zeros before non-zero. For instance, 102 point, okay, decimal 000. Okay, those 00 there are non-zero, meaning they are not also significant. So if it is 103.00, how many significant figure? Only 3. Nga naman, that is 1, 0, or 3. Katong point plus 00, wa na to because it's no longer with or without decimal. It's not significant. Number 4, zeros after non-zero number in a decimal is still significant. For instance, 223.220. Okay, meaning that 0.220, that 0 there, the 0 there is already not significant. Pwede po siya significant. Zeros of non-zero, meaning katong 0, 0.22, katumo is significant because it's a non-zero. Okay? Kaya na siya decimal. Okay. So, rule number 5, zeros after non-zero without decimal point depending may or may not significant. Zeros after non-zero without decimal point may or may not be significant. For instance, 525 point. Okay. 0250. Okay. So katong last nga 0, pwede to siya significant, pwede po siya dili significant. So that is what is meant by significant figure. So what makes it significant? Because of the presence of a non-zero number. What makes it insignificant is because of the presence also of a zero number. That is for significant figure. So we will now have in the dimensional analysis. Before that, in the dimensional analysis, this will follow now our desired units. So as I have said in the conversion, since we need to convert one unit to another, nga naman, because we have 3 different unit system. The first one is the English, when the SI and the metric system. So we need to convert one unit to another. For instance, if my height is 5 feet and 3 inches, I need to have this in the metric system so that I could place it in my biodata in terms of meter. So how am I going to do it? Of course, you are going to convert the 5 feet and 3 inches. Pero di na siya pwede magdungan. Nga naman, the first one is look for a conversion factor in meter to feet. Diba? Okay, 5 feet and 3 inches. The second one, you will look for another, add it with the 3 inches. That 3 inches will be converted again into meter. Okay, later on. Now, that is what is meant by dimensional analysis. Okay, so for instance, we have here, can you still remember what's density? Density is equal to the mass over the volume. Okay, so density is equal to the mass over the volume, or it has a unit of gram per cubic centimeter, pwede, no? Gram per ml, pwede pod, no? Or kilogram per cubic meter, pwede pod siya. Basta, ang ibabaw is in terms of mass, that's density is equal to mass over volume. If you talk about mass, daghan lain siya unit. It could either be in grams, kilogram, pounds. Diba? Okay, how are you going to convert it? In 1 kilogram, how many pounds? That is 2.2 pounds. In 1 kilogram, how many grams? Okay. In 1 kilogram, how many grams? That is 1,000 grams. In 1 pound, how many grams? That is 454 grams. Hala, kinahanglan, you should know the different conversion factor, conversion unit. Okay. In volume, the volume also has different. Pwede liter, gallons, milliliter, pwede po cubic centimeter. In 1 gallon, how many liters? That is 3.78 milliliters. In 1 gallon, that is 3.78 liters, I mean. In 1 liter, how many milliliter? Itong ganina, prefix nga milli. Meaning in 1 liter, that is 1,000 milliliter. In 1 liter, how many cubic centimeter? That is 1,000 cubic centimeter. Those are the so-called conversion factor. Okay, so here it is a given. The density of titanium is 4.50 grams per cubic centimeter. So what is the volume of 7.2 grams titanium, Ti? So we have a formula. Density is equal to mass over volume. Oh, bastos niya akong iring. Nagpakita pagod sa likod. Okay, so you have the density and you have the mass, diba? So how are you going to have the conversion? How are you going to get your formula? That is density is equal to mass over volume. Okay, since your unknown is the mass, not the volume, that's mass over volume. So cross multiply. Therefore, your volume is equal to what? The mass over the volume. Okay, here, the mass. Okay, 7.2 grams titanium times kaning imong density, pwede nimo i-reverse. Okay, pag reverse nimo musaka ang cubic centimeter nga iyang unit, ang grams na nasobos. Therefore, cancel the grams here. Then, divide 7.2, divide by 4.50. Therefore, that is 1.6 cubic centimeter. Okay? That's it. Mamanim yung mga kinaham. So, another one. Using unit conversion. Express the volume of 1.250 liters in milliliter. Kanisa, una. Unsa to? In 1 liter, that is 1,000 ml. This is our conversion factor. Mga bata, kaning conversion factor, pwede nato ni siya ibali-bali. No? Depende na sa inyong unit nga gi-desire. Kinahanglan, amo gawas nga unit, mo nas ibabaw. Diba? Aron ma-cancel out sa ubos. So that is, we already know in 1, imagine nyo na lang ninyo na in 1 liter, that is 1,000 ml. Kani, no? Because our desired is ml, ibutang sa ml sa ibabaw, then liter sa ubos. In this way, we can cancel the liter, then multiply that one, that is 1,250 ml, milliliter. The other one, cubic centimeter. Still 1.250 liters. Oh, don't you not know? In 1 ml, that is equivalent to 1 cubic centimeter. Pareho na siya. Therefore, in 1 liter, that is equivalent to 1,000 cubic centimeters. So cancel the liter, it's 1,250 cubic centimeter. And the last one is cubic meter. Lahat na siya. Okay. So in 1,250 na centimeter na po. So kanina ta magkuha. Because we already know, magkano ang ani man siya, ma'am? Diba kadumdum mo? And kani, this is it, na? In 1, if I could only let you see here, in 1 meter, how many centimeter? It's 100. No? So kana tulo na siya ka 1 meter over 100 centimeter. Okay. 1 meter ibabaw, so tulo ka 1 meter over 100. Ma-imagine ba ninyo? Tulo ka 1 meter over 100 centimeter. Another 1 meter over 100 centimeter. 1 meter over 100 centimeter. What's the rule in the exponent? So ang meter tulo, di ba? Ibabaw. You are going to add the exponent, that is meter 1, then ikaduhang meter 2, ikatulong meter 3. So that is cubic meter na. Ang sa ubos, pila ka 100, meaning 100 times 100 times 100. And that is, kung adto siya sa ubos, that is 1 times 10 to the power of exponent 6. Ang centimeter, ang centimeter, i-add na nimo, kana siya. So, that is equivalent to this conversion factor na. Okay? Kamo na'y bahala. Another, no? This is it, no? Converting miles to kilometer. So we have here an example problem that is, unya na, ako sa aning stop, no? Stop na ko, kay aron makakuha sa kuog. What you call this? Stop share. Aron makakuha ko og picture ninyo. Okay, open your camera. Okay, I will pause muna camera so that I can, we are running out of time. Sige, camera, everyone, pila ra kabuok. Napulo, mayo. Napulo ra mo kira. Oh, Ryan, AJ Boy, Nicole. Guwapas Nicole, oh. Sige, picture sa. No, picture sa ta. Then, kay wala na tayo time. Okay, then let me print screen. I am a little bit strict ba ya sa, di ba? I told you 10% is attendance. Apilong ko yun ang attendance. Okay. So you can now unmute your microphone and you can ask for whatever concern that you have. So unmute. Sige. Our first quiz will be Monday. Agree? Time. Say time. Sige. Hatag time. Alas 2? Alas 3? Basta tulo ra ka oras. Multiple choice. Saman? Alas 2? Sige, you give me the time. Kan available mo. So Monday, it will be Monday. What's the time? 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. Kaya kung tumanta 6, di ba Monday? Kung tumanta 6,
duration, ma'am.
3 hours. 3 hours open. 3 hours open. Pero, 2 hours ang duration sa quiz. 3 hours siya open. Pero ang duration is 2 hours only. Ay, pud pala big 3 hours. Apil na inyong tatay, inyong nanay, uncle, ante. Mo apil og tabang. O di nato na palabian. Sige, unsa man? Unsa oras na magsugod? Hello, nangungala na yung bata. Unsa oras na? Give me the time.
Pwede 2, ma'am.
Alas 2. Okay, 2 to 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 2 to 5?
Pwede na, ma'am.
Sige. So that will be on Monday. Expect it is problem solving and multiple choice. O ba? Ha? Sige, anak yun na siya. So we will end here. No? Then you go back to the second link that I had given you. So we will end here. Thank you. Not thank you. Thank you for the first half. Let's move on to the second half. Okay. Bye-bye. Nak-nak, leave na ko. I-end na ko. End meeting ko. Leave meeting. End, no? Okay, so let us continue. So we have another example that is converting miles to kilometers. Okay, so here is the question. A common U.S. interstate highway speed between cities is 75 miles per hour. That is MPH. MPH stands for miles per hour. What is its speed? So, may mo ani kay gikan pa mo nag-physics. Okay. This is not velocity, huh? It's speed because it's just a scalar quantity. This is not velocity because velocity has a magnitude at the same time, a direction. Here, it's just speed without direction. Okay, so what will be its speed in kilometers per hour or kph? Of course, what will be our solution? Let us look for the conversion factor. Let us look for the conversion factor wherein that conversion factor is in 1 mile. And 1 mile, that is equivalent to 1.609 kilometers. I repeat, in 1 mile, that is equivalent to 1.609 kilometers. So your given here is 75 miles. Okay, so place are 75 miles here. Okay. Then, 75 miles per hour. Kung nga pa niya, per hour ni siya. Per hour. Per hour ni naangan niya. Over hour here. No? Sayop ni siya. Over hour. Then, convert. In 1 mile, use our conversion factor, which is in 1 mile, that is equivalent to 1.069 kilometer. So, what unit can we cancel? It's the mile. And the unit that we have now is kilometers per hour. Therefore, multiply 75 with 1.609. Therefore, our 75 miles per hour, 75 miles per hour is equivalent to 120.701 kilometers per hour. That is how to convert. That is mile to kilometers. Another example. How are we going to convert preganina? That is the volume. That is cubic centimeter to cubic meter. Okay, so here is the question. How many cubic centimeters are in 250,000 cubic centimeter? So what is our multiplier here? That is, diba? As I have said, in 1 meter, that is equivalent to 100 centimeter. So pila ka book ana? Tulo. No? Or you can have it that way. And your multiplier here is 1 cubic meter. This is being termed as 1 cubic meter or 1 meter cube is equivalent to pila ka 100? Tulo. So 100 times 100 times 100. That is 10 to the 6 cubic centimeter. This is now your multiplier. Okay? Therefore, you're given, which is 250,000 cubic meter. Then place there your cubic centimeter, Then you have here your multiplier or your conversion factor. Pwede na multiplier or conversion factor. Your conversion factor here is 1 cubic meter is equivalent to, syempre, as I have said, this conversion factor, pwede ninyo siya mabali-bali. No? Depende unsaon ninyo nga makancel ang unit. Ang mabilin is the desired unit. The desired unit here is cubic meter. Therefore, that is equivalent to cancel ang cubic meter, centimeter here. Then divide 250. Okay. Ang nabilin is 0.225 cubic meter. Meaning in 250,000 cubic centimeter, that is equivalent to 0.25 cubic meter. Asa magamito ng cubic meter mga bata? Kisa may magbayad og water district yan hiya. Oh, diba? That is our volume of water consumption in terms of water district is in terms of cubic meter. So you are paying by cubic meter. So ang usadi ay ka cubic meter, that is equivalent to pila ka cubic centimeter, that is 10 to the 6 cubic centimeter. That's the equivalent of 1 cubic meter. Okay. So, napabatay laingan hiya. Oh, here is an example in terms of temperature. As I have said, there are 3 units of measurement for temperature. That is degree centigrade, degree Fahrenheit, degree centigrade or degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. Why is it most of the countries which has hot temperature, especially in the equator part, okay, Asia, most of the Asia, basawagan ng snow, mostly are using the temperature in terms of centigrade. Okay. Pero Europe countries, America, wherein there is a winter, there have 4 seasons. Kita duha mo kabuhat ang season. That is, our season is wet and dry. So what is snow? Okay. So what happened is we are using centigrade. Kaya nga naman, di man mo lower than 0 ang temperature nato. Wala tayo winter. But in countries which has winter, so what happened is, muubos pa yun sa 0 or duol 0 ang ilang temperature. So, negative na. Night time nga negative, centigrade. To erase that negative, we are using Fahrenheit. Why? The equivalent of 0 degrees centigrade or Celsius in Fahrenheit, pila to? It's 32. So, may yung gani kag 15, negative na siya nga temperature. 15 degrees Fahrenheit, negative na siya. That's it. So here, the average body temperature of a house cat, init-init ba sa house cat? House cat kaya iring. Okay, di na sila gusto og kanang bugnaw nga balay. Is 101.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, what is this temperature in Celsius? Okay, what formula are we going to use? Okay, we have this formula. Fahrenheit Na degree centigrade is equal to 5/9 na multiplied by whatever is in Fahrenheit minus 32. So you substitute now, you prostitute now your 101.5 here, prostitute. Okay. So 101.5 minus 32, pila man? 100, asa mo ito kung kalkyo? Wala, nanis akong kilid. Okay. 101.5 degrees Fahrenheit minus 32 is equal to, then multiply it with 5 before you divide by 9. Okay, here, that is 101.5 minus 32 is 69.5. Multiply it by 5, divide it by 9, it is 38.6. Mo na temperature sa house, cat. Meaning, igang-igang yun, no? Kanang summer gani nga moabot gani tag 35 igang na gani na atong surrounding temperature is 35 igang na siya. So that is how to convert. Okay, how to convert degrees centigrade to Fahrenheit. How about Fahrenheit to centigrade? Wala na. Oh, that's the end. Okay. So let's have I will give you whoever will answer first. Okay. Get your calculator. No? Oh, before that, pakita sa I will stop now sharing. Okay.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Guba ba akong cam, ma'am?
Oh, sige lang, okay ra. Basta, pakita sa mong picture kay kuan pa ko. 40 minutes. Sige, napakoy time. Sige. Pakita sa sige. Mora ni sila. Dali. EG boy. Kisay go ba? Kan Ryan? Ryan?
Yes, ma'am.
Sige. Okay, humana. Let's go back to my share screen. Okay, I will be giving additional points. Char. Okay. That is from current vision slide. Sige. Okay. Where is the temperature? Sige, kani. Okay. Who can give me the value of, sige. First, that is good for 10 points. Additional that will add on to your quiz. Sige, isulti ra paunhanay ha. What is the equivalent of negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit to centigrade? Once you say it, asa man? Ngadto ta sa chat box? Chat box ta? Chat box, muhatag og answer. Equivalent of negative 40, usa to? Sulti na ko? Degrees Fahrenheit to centigrade. Unya naka-iring, samok ba kang iring? Sige, 10 points. Faster. Tanawa na akong kisa may ganahang iring ani. Sige, pakis-kis. May rabag gwapo, pangit. Sige. Chat box. Where is my chat box? Or pwede na mo sulti.
Ma'am?
Si Juliet, nakauna? Juliet, it's correct. It's negative 40. 10 points. Next. I'm not joking. Okay. The next. Give me the value of give me the value of 500 Kelvin into centigrade. 500 Kelvin into Celsius or centigrade. apil pag yun iro. Gusto ko nung magpatanaw po akong iro. Agoy, hapit akong laptop. Bastos ng iro. Na. Mutanaw po. Gusto mo patanaw. Kadagan. Kabader lagi ni Hawa! Check! Check! Sige. I'm waiting in the chat box. 411, Eliza. Okay. That's all for our time today. So, thank you for coming. So, see you. Tawa. Upat kabuk akong iro nga mga maldito. Puro puti. Tanan. Isampa. Okay. So, thank you for coming. Kinsa ang nai additional points? It's Juliet and Eliza. You let me remember you better. What you call this? No? Remind me during our quiz, ha? I-remind, ma'am, akong plus 10. Okay. Sige. So, that is the end. And do not worry, I will be sharing to you our lecture today. Samok ni mga check! Pagawasan ng mga iruan ni mo apil og tudlo. So, do you have any question? Mga bata, napatay time. Do you have any question? You can open your... So, our quiz will be starting at... Uy, naay duha ka buok, wala ka submit og assignment. Isa to sila, kalimut ko. In the LMS. No? Naay duha ka buok, wala ka submit. Pwede pa makasubmit, pero minus na. Okay? So, that will be the end. And I will be uploading our discussion. And, okay, be sure to take the quiz this coming Monday 2 to 5. It will be closed sa 5 na. So, thank you for coming. No? And God bless. No? God bless mga bata. Okay. Uy! Si Jing Mamalyas, oh no, it's no longer, di na ka na ko admit. Oh, kaya naman, goodbye na. Di na, hello. Sige. So, bye-bye. Wala na mo'y concern mga bata? Hello? Wala na mo'y concern? Then I will be uploading also our first activity in our laboratory. Just look into your LMS, ang inyong activity. Okay? So, bye-bye and see you by Monday. Okay, so that's the end. Sa makalisod ba end ani? And